So the new soul, which is a wanderer, if it comes in, it will take on like full responsibility of this life. And we will not realize this. It will be like waking from a dream state.
You've reached Empress of Oracle, where we tune into all things the divine, and I'm really excited today. It's actually the first episode, and we're here with Sam, the illusionist. Something that I found really interesting was you were talking about the wandering soul and how you had kind of a walk-in experience. What was your experience like?
Yeah, recently, like I found out, like 2 weeks ago, I did a session and I did not know, okay, like, I had a walk-in, but I definitely knew that, my preferences and my personality was like a bit different, from the past year. And, previous year, I used to like, go out a lot, I used to hang out with the friends, party a lot, I never used to stay in my house. But, this year, if you just look at me, I don't like going out as much, socializing and stuff. And what I do is, I spend time, reading books and stuff. It's like totally like changed in like 1 year. So in the channeling session, they said that there was a walk-in, and the wandering soul has taken like over my like physical incarnation to continue the lessons of sharing. And I believe this new soul has the purpose of sharing channeling messages, and maybe this is also the reason why like many people are resonating with the message, because I believe this soul's mission was to share, to help people at this time period, and I think it's very important right now, okay, because they said we are at the graduation period, and if we miss it, like it may we may have to incarnate again for some time, so instead of incarnating again, like why not take this opportunity and just apply whatever messages you resonate with. Now of course I'm not saying like you have to do this like force, not like that, but those messages which you resonate with deeply, because whenever you listen to something and you know it does happen, you resonate with the message, it's if it's deep enough, or there is something which you already know, okay, like we have gone through this veil, the veil of forgetting, which doesn't allow us to remember. So I believe this is what's happening when people listen to not only my channel message, but messages from other people as well. And sometimes the messages are like, wow, so that is so amazing, right? I felt it feels like that, okay, like I felt like I already knew this, but I had forgotten. There is a certain type of feeling or a resonance you receive during the channel, listening to a message that may affect your level of consciousness and may also help you.
Yeah, I
So
know, like when I was listening to your tapes, I found them just as you were shifting over to the channel messages. I hadn't found you when you were doing the street magic, which you still have on there as well. And I really strongly resonated with everything. And I remember actually the biotronic half consciousness, and it just freaked me out. I was like, oh, this is so scary. Like, it's so interesting, but it was also kind of scary. So I definitely like, I can see what you mean, that like it just resonates with something that you know. And then you mentioned about the graduation window. How can you kind of ensure, from what you understand, that you don't miss the graduation window? Is there anything that you could do besides what you've already shared that would keep people from like ensure that you fulfill the graduation window for us old souls who don't want to, go back to third density again?
this is like the big query that many people have, and many people, they are always like telling me, like I want to like leave this planet, or I want to go back to my home planet or stuff like that. And what I say is, the thing is, firstly we are here to learn a lesson, and I believe the lesson we all have to learn in this incarnation to be sure that we graduate is, so it's like simple, like if you just understand the energy centers and stuff like that, it's very simple to understand this. So we are in like transitioning into the fourth, right? So the fourth energy center is the heart center, okay? So the third energy center is like many people they already know, it's the yellow ray, also known as the egoic mind, or how we interact with others, right? So we need to balance this aspect, okay? It's very simple. We need to balance our ego, and then we will enter into the fourth density, which is the green ray. So it's very simple, but this is one of the hardest things to do. because there is a lot of confusion around, a lot of like, messages, there are messages, but, they are not, saying what we need to do. But I believe, this is one of the things we need to do if we are to be sure that we are to graduate in this window. So we need to, try to, at least, let go of our ego mind. And, many a times, they have suggested, meditation and stuff like that. But, I believe what they are really saying is, to not only like, have a separate time for meditation, but, to be in a meditative state, almost like whenever you are doing anything, okay, like whenever you are working or whenever you are doing something else, to try to be in a meditative state throughout your, waking daytime. I believe this is what they are trying to hint at here.
Interesting. How would you know if you had, like, for people who are viewing who think that maybe they had a walk-in experience, and we're just filming this, it's the 3rd, I believe the walk-in experience is over, it started on the 21st, it's over on the 6th. So how would you know if you've had a walk-in experience? And also, does your consciousness kind of take a back seat? Like, a lot of us might know that movie Get Out, which is like a really famous movie where when there's time of a walk-in experience, the person whose consciousness takes a back seat and they don't have control over it? Or is it more of like a melding and you feel like you're still like yourself, and you're still in control? How does that feel?
From what I understand is that, they said that, the previous soul, is in a free state. Okay, like, so the previous soul, which leaves our, incarnation cycle, is not able to like control anything. So the new soul, which is a wanderer, if it comes in, it will take on like full responsibility of this life. And, we will not realize this. It will be like, waking from a dream state. But, the other thing they said is, like, there's this point we have at the back of our head, which actually, yeah, it becomes like flattened out. They said, okay, like at the point. So yeah, and now, I did not notice this, before. Like I never used to touch this. It's really like different. If, many people, they don't touch the back of the head and to notice, if they have a lump or not. Okay, so, I don't know. Okay, like it feels, definitely feels a bit flat right now. So, they said, this is one of the signs of having a like soul walking. Of course, we will not realize this because it will be like, waking from a dream. From a dream, we have no idea. It feels normal, right? So yeah, so this may be, one of the things which is really like hard to pinpoint if someone has definitely like. But, one thing that will happen, I have noticed, is that, there will be a change in the person's personality. Okay, now if a person has changed a lot, okay, like if you met a person like 6 months ago and now the person is like totally different, definitely, such a person, may have undergone a soul switch. So yeah, that's how I know.
So interesting. Yeah, ever since I listened to that one channeled message, I keep touching the back of my neck. So that's interesting.